Speaking of terrorism,
I was looking at my next thing on the list. Deb and I, sincerely, dearly, from the bottom of our hearts do go out to the people of Moscow right now for the terrorist bombings that have recently occurred there. You know, Deb, I'm, again, no Russian expert, and I know they have had their years of trouble. We all know that, if you know history at all. But it again reaffirmed to me that, you know, people say, don't travel here, don't travel there. Nowhere is safe.
Nowhere is safe. You never know what's going to happen.
No,
but
you really don't.
Vladimir Putin.
Yes.
I mean, he's the strong arm man.
He is. He's the backbone, right?
Of Russia.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of a dictator too, but I kind of like him in some ways. But he's really come out very, very strongly against radical Islam and terrorism. There have been a lot of terrorist attacks in Russia, and this latest one, how many did it kill?
Somebody said like 30?
35 or something like that. Yeah. Well, our hearts go out to you. And I hope that you catch these people and deal with them as I know the Russians will. They don't pussyfoot around, those Russians, man.
No, they don't. Not at all.
They'll just put a gun in your head and blow it off. Okay.
Absolutely not.
I caught you, bang. No trial, no nothing.
Right.
Get him in the back room. Zdravstvuyte. No, do svidania, buddy.
Do they know what type of terrorist regime or terrorist regime have you read?
No, I don't know who claimed
or do they have any reports?
But they found the head of the bomber. Because, you know, he blew himself apart and they found his head. So they'll be able to identify him and then trace it.
Sure. Well, our hearts go out to Moscow, and I hope there's, this can pass and no more. On to happy things.
Happy things.
Happy things. We have a huge announcement, and it is huge amongst us two, and it is huge.
What's the announcement?
Deb's book is finished.
Oh yes, I've been writing a new book for the last 2.5 years.
I wish we could have confetti shoot. That's the future.
On the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon, and the first half of the book is a literary comparison of all the different myths and tales from the Arabias, from Ethiopia, Eritrea, from the Bible, from the Quran, about the Queen of Sheba. And then the second half is a play that I've written about her called Sheba Rules. So I just finished the book. It's 200 pages.
Wonderful.
And thank you.
You're very welcome.
And now I have to get it published. I got to find a publisher. So it'll happen.
It'll happen.
So I hope to have it published by the summer.
Good.
Yeah,
good,
I mean,
wonderful.
there is some interest, but I just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no,
because
absolutely.
I don't like to jinx myself.
Right.
Sometimes you say, oh, well, so-and-so is reading my, book.
Yeah.
And then it just goes all down the tube. So I've learned over the years just to...
You know what I do? And
keep it
my
quiet.
mother hates this. Because she watches this, she'll say, oh my God, he still is like that. But I always think negatively. I always am pessimistic, because I always think... Well, if the worst happens, I've prepared myself for it.
Absolutely.
But if the good happens, then it is such a joyful
Well, that's how I feel.
time.
I never expect anything.
Me neither.
I've learned. I mean, when I was younger.
No credit for anything, nothing.
Honey, when I was your age, I expected everything.
See.
But because I'm so jaded, and I don't expect anything, ever.
Yeah.
And so when something nice happens... It's so much more joyful because it's such a surprise.
At 24, I'm there with you.
It's such a surprise.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to tell you how old I am.
It doesn't matter.
You can say.
All I'm saying is I am that way now.
Actually, I'm 39, and I've been 39 for quite a while. And I will be 39 for the rest of my life. So deal with it. Deal with it. No gray hairs. Ever. Got it? Okay, but anyway, Sheba. Oh, let me just...
Okay.
I researched it for 2 years.
I'll purchase a copy. That's interesting.
Well, yes.
Absolutely. So, more on the exciting Deborah Coulter-Harris thing.
Okay, on February 12th, on Saturday from 2:30 to 4:30, Dr. Joel Littman and his assistant Andy Coulter, my cousin from Massachusetts. She was born
I'm
and
still
raised
not believing this.
right up the road in Concord,
this.
Massachusetts.
You don't understand. They
which
just
is
met.
30 miles up the road. Oh, come on, Coulter in Massachusetts. She's got to be my cousin. But anyway, they've invited me to read from my last book of poetry, Stonekeeper,
and it's good.
And I'm not going to be the only reader, of course.
Right,
but I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So mark that off on your calendar.
Yeah.
We also want to kind of start prepping all of the students for the Shapiro essay revision contest, which is going to happen the last week of February.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about that next week, and you'll be seeing flyers and advertising all over campus.
Absolutely.
Correct. And that's a big writing contest because
the
we
biggest.
give away 15 prizes.
The biggest. Yeah.
First prize is $500 in cash. $400, then a $300, $200, $100, and $175.
It's free to participate?
And it's free to participate.
Free to participate. Students.
Any undergraduate.
Students who watch our show, come on.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous not to at least try, right?
Oh, yeah. We had a huge turnout last year. Huge.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
So I'm expecting a big turnout this year, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're helping. You're one of my monitors.
I am one of the monitors.
Wow, I'm so happy.
Date,
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Well, don't forget the day that you have to monitor, or I'll kill him.
I'm over here. See?
Gotta keep him in line. Gotta keep men in line.
Putin.
Well, when I was studying Russian at the Defense Language Institute in Monterey, my Russian teachers used to say, "You have a fabulous Russian accent. You sound just like Stalin."
Was that something about the personality?
Yeah, I know. That's terrible. Thank you.
Well, just kidding with you,
I
darling.
know.
How long did you? Are you allowed to talk? How long did you train for that?
2 years. I sat in a classroom.
That's really impressive.
Let me tell you, I sat in a classroom for 2 years of my life, 6 hours a day.
Wow.
With 8 other people, and just studied Russian.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
It was very intense.
I mean, I'm a linguist.
It was so intense that when I would try to write a letter to my parents, I would be writing in Cyrillic.
Oh my God.
I would be writing in the Cyrillic alphabet. Yeah.
So you learned
Russian.
I mean, you learned reading, writing.
Oh, everything.
Speaking.
Yes,
listening,
everything.
Yeah.
Well, moving on.
Moving on to food. I've never had.
The baker.
Russian? I am the baker. Is Russian food good? What is Russian food?
Oh, I love borscht.
I don't think I've ever had it.
That's beet soup.
Ooh,
well, I've never been to Russia.
Oh, you haven't never been to Russia?
No, I've never been to Moscow.
In the United States, we have Russian cuisine.
Yeah, I would like to meet Vladimir Putin, though, but I've never been to
Petersburg.
Moscow.
Anyhow.
You don't want to go to St. Petersburg.
Really?
I'm telling you, it's the most polluted city on earth.
The
water
Even more
there,
than Beijing.
Listen, you go to a hotel there and turn on the water in the bathtub, and it's going to look like brown mud.
How do people do it, then?
Well, that's why Russia right now is losing its population.
Yeah.
It's a dying population.
Yeah.
Demographically, there are more people dying than being born in Russia. And it's because it's so polluted. It's because of the environment.
Yeah.
The lifespan is declining also. And then the fertility rates of men has declined rapidly.
I did not know
Is that right?
This.
Fertility of men? The sperm count
yeah.
has gone down.
Yeah.
So, it's a dying race.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I don't want to go and visit unless, I had an invitation to go to
Well, not unless we get to stay
bear hunting with Vladimir Putin.
Do you hunt? I went to learn to hunt.
I started hunting with my grandfather when I was 5 years old.
Did you really?
Yes, my grandfather was a professional hunter.
Was he?
He used to hunt deer and fox and everything.
My father hunted when I was younger, but, I don't know, there's like this eagerness in me to like...
But I've never killed Bambi, okay, so don't get all upset.
I haven't either. I haven't killed anything. But...
No, I've never killed anything.
But I would love a bear rug. I'm just saying. People, I'm not PETA, don't come after
But
me.
I'm trying to kill my desire for food. I want to get really skinny.
Not me.
No, I mean
Not me,
really.
because I am the baker.
That's it. So
I am
he wants to come
le
over to my house
boulanger.
and bring me cakes and
Yes.
all kinds of goodies so I
But-
can eat them and get fatter than I am.
Look,
What?
I think we live once. Although I don't want to be, you know, have a serious weight issue where it limits what I can do.
No.
But dang it, if I want to bake banana crumb muffins and eat 2, I am going to eat them.
See, that's my problem. I can't just eat 2. I mean, my husband bought a cake over the weekend, and, you know, I had a hard time not eating half of it. You know, I've got the sweet tooth lately. Generally, I really didn't like sweet things.
Yeah,
But I love
no, I
baked
do.
goods, though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the French in me. I love
Sure, absolutely.
I love cakes and
I don't know this about you. Do you drink coffee or tea?
I drink both.
Do you?
But I only
I've never
drink,
seen you drink coffee, actually.
I only have 1 cup of coffee in the morning.
Oh, then you're good.
And then I have a cup of tea at tea time between 4
do
and
you
5
really?
in the afternoon when I go home.
That's cute.
Yes.
That's lovely.
Yes.
That's lovely. Okay, well, since we're on the topic, I am le boulanger. I'm the baker recently. I've been baking like mad.
Cool.
I want my own bakery. I can smell it. I can see it. I just need a finance person. So, any of my viewers, do you want to finance me? I'm sure I can be a
what
success.
do you need? All you need is an oven.
Well, yeah, but I want,
What do
I
you-
want a bakery.
Oh, I want you to have a bakery.
I want a bakery. I can, see it. I can see, this brick wall.
How about a bakery
I listen to
at
reggae
Franklin
music.
Park Mall?
Yeah.
Open a bakery at Franklin Park Mall.
Do you know, this is how ridiculous it is. On the way
Sell
here.
cupcakes and
And
bread,
muffins
fresh
and
bread.
I made this bread not so long ago with pepperoni and cheese. Oh,
Was it great? Was it fabulous? Why don't you bring me some?
I know. That's what
Did you eat it all?
Of course. That's all I did over winter break.
bakes and then
Nobody
eats
believes me.
everything.
I laid on
And
the
then
couch.
dreams of having a bakery. I can see you with a bakery, right? You'd be eating everything. 5 years from now, we see him. He's like 5,000 pounds.
I'm eating my profit.
That's so funny.
Anyway,
Okay.
I do love it so much. And this is how ridiculous, because I have this boring drive here every morning and every evening, and so I think about everything.
Baking.
I was thinking this morning, I was like, what can I name my bakery? I'm not going to give you any names, because I'm bound and determined to be an entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur. Wow. Well, how much do you think it would cost to start up?
I don't know.
Okay, well, you need
Listen.
a fully equipped bakery.
Yeah.
You know, you need the store,
Yeah, it takes a
the
lot to get started.
counters.
It takes a lot to get started, but
Actually,
you can buy them used.
start. Who was that guy who became famous for his cookies? He just started at home.
I know, that's what I'm going to
You
try to
can
do.
bake your stuff at home,
Please,
and then you
people.
can go to established bakeries
yeah.
and say, "Would you like to
Sell my product.
my products?"
Yes.
Or
I
even at
seriously-
Kroger's.
Yes. I'm going to
Try
try
it.
this. I'm going to try it.
Try it.
I'm telling my mom, I'm sending her a bunch of stuff and saying, let people taste.
She's going to love
Give
this.
them
She's just
one.
spent a fortune educating him with his master's degree in English and ESL. And then he's going to just toss it all away so he can bake cupcakes. Your parents should be really happy with that decision.
I have all kinds of things. We're going to...
What does your son do?
Right.
Well, let's see. He's a graduate student at the University of Toledo, but in the end, he just wanted to bake cookies and cupcakes. No, that's okay.
But wait,
You have a side
But wouldn't it be
business.
nice to be like a professor? You know, go out and get my PhD and then
Yes.
have a bakery on the side?
Fabulous.
I can just imagine
think
it.
that is so cool.
Thank
I know
you,
I'm only
darling.
teasing you.
I know you are. But it's
I
kind of
think
true.
It's great.
It's kind of true.
You know what I'd like to own a beauty salon.
Oh, you'd be fat. You have the perfect
I
personality.
mean, I don't want to do hair because I don't like
No.
touching people.
You could
but,
like...
but I would like to own it. And just kind of walk around and say, hey, do my hair and do my nails, do my feet. I can get it done for free.
Oh my lord! Say she's using up all of her profits too.
Oh yeah, I would. I'm a terrible
Oh my
business
gosh.
person.
Anyway.
Okay.
Talking about, well, we started with how good we look.
Yeah, but well, why I want to get skinny is so I can wear better fashion. Segue into Isaac Mizrahi and Iman.
I love her so much. Iman, talk about somebody. She is beautiful.
She's in her 50s.
David Bowie is so
She's
lucky.
gorgeous.
Iman is gorgeous.
And Isaac Mizrahi is one of my favorite designers.
I don't know
love
too much
him.
about. I like Wikipedia him. Like not too long ago.
He's a New York guy,
He is.
and he has just worked his tail off.
Yes.
And he's super talented.
It seems just so genuinely nice.
He
I was
is.
reading
He's
the excerpt
very,
where people
very
met
nice.
him. They said he is
He's
as
very
nice in person as he appears on
Yeah,
TV.
he's very nice.
So we like you, Iman. Isaac Mizrahi. We'd love to be guest judges.
Yes, we'd love to be guest judges.
We have
but,
great fashion, don't you think?
yes, but we don't. Yeah, but we're not in the fashion world. Who are we kidding? I mean, we can't be everywhere. I mean, we do want to replace Kelly and Regis.
Yeah, we do.
But we would never want to be. No, come on, Isaac Mizrahi. He's like a really big deal.
I know.
Okay.
I could be. That's all I got. What do you?
Well,
You have
that's
anything?
it. I'm kind of out of steam right now,
I'm
but
chill.
we want you all to remember as you
remember.
wake up in the morning, and even if you're not feeling well,
That's right.
always
Stay fabulous. Bye-bye.
Bye.